to buy her a phone, and she's saying that if he doesn't buy the phone, they will break up. And the girl brought to social media, and people also dumped her own past. What she had said before on the same platform, that she was also an advocate, that a man who cannot spend on a lady, who cannot give the lady something, is a lazy man, and that man does not deserve any woman. But now they are doing to your brother, you are crying. What goes around?
Comes around.
My dear friends in Christ, today's gospel reading challenges all of us to slow down, sit down and listen. It should be noted that Jesus' word to Martha, Martha, you are anxious and troubled over many things, and not to be taken to be encouraging laziness or a life of mediocre. Nor is Jesus blaming Martha for her hard work because she did a great job. Her problem, however, was that she was burdened with much serving. She was distracted. She was too anxious. She was troubled about many things. In fact, while I was preparing for today's mass, I dug deep into that Luke's gospel. And Luke describes Martha's busyness with the Greek verb peries patos, which means and describes a person being pulled, distracted, dragged about on every side, resulting in inner agitation and loss of focus. Hence, instead of the meaning to just simply mean business, it depicts an absorbing preoccupation that diverts attention from what matters the most. That is, mentally distracted and anxiously busy. So it goes beyond just being busy. It has to do with the fact that your mind is not even there. That something else is preoccupying your mind. You are mentally distracted. You are anxiously busy. Hence, Martha was not just outwardly busy doing the dishes or making the food. She was inwardly troubled, burdened, anxious, and thus distracted. She was distracted. This inner agitation, my dear friends, this inner anxiety is what Jesus revealed, not her hospitality. It was this inner agitation, this anxiousness in her that Jesus revealed and spoke about, not just because she was busy trying to serve Jesus. Anxiety, my dear friends, according to a Dutch writer, Corrie ten Boom, is carrying tomorrow's load with today's strength. Carrying 2 days at once. Anxiety. He says it is moving into tomorrow ahead of time. Anxiety does not empty tomorrow of its sorrow, but Christ says that tomorrow has its own problem. Today has its own problem. So do not worry about tomorrow. Now, he says anxiety does not empty tomorrow of its own sorrow and problems. It only empties today of its strength. Of its strength. This is what speed does to man. Speed gives birth to anxiety and worry. And most times we get nothing done. Anxiety only kills a man's joy and happiness and renders him incapable of achieving what he could have achieved. You see, once you are anxious, most times what you set out to achieve, you may not be able to achieve it because your mind is not stable. It is not stable. I want a case like that while I was in year one in my philosophy days in the seminary. Something happened. and I had exam the following day. People of God, Father Godugwe told me to go to the chapel to pray. I was already saying, oh boy, don't go house. Even though I didn't do anything of my own, someone somewhere was doing rubbish. I went to the chapel, I knelt down, I could not say a word, prayer. Have you had a case where you are troubled? You can't even say hail me for you. You can't say any prayer, it will elude you. I had the exam the following day, I could not read a page. Read. I want the other head. Because your mind is not settled. As I am talking now, don't be surprised that there are people at this mass now. People at this mass now. Their minds are not here. My dear friends, like Martha, which were troubled, anxious, perplexed with so many things in our lives, families, job, about the future. Oh, the future lies before me. I don't know where it is taking me to. And many other things. We are anxious. The consequences of this inner anxiety manifest eventually in our distractions and prayer and mass. These things that surround us, that causes anxiety in us, probably one problem or the other, it causes distractions and prayer. Do you know the shocking truth? I've heard people who would say that, Father, just a digression anyway. If I want to sleep, if I cannot sleep like this, if I want to sleep, my sleeping tablets, once I carry the rosary, I don't go. So the rosary now is not a sleeping tablet, not a weapon of prayer, you know that.